Good evening, and thank you for your commitment to be present with Cincinnati Public Schools. Welcome to our volunteer orientation, and thank you so much for taking the first step in our rally cry, being present for all of our staff and our students. My name is Shauna Murphy, and I serve Cincinnati Public Schools as the Chief of Student, Family, and Community Engagement, and I am so pleased to welcome you tonight to share with you what we're going to talk to you about tonight, to share with you ways that you can step up in your school to play your part, whatever that might be. And even if there's an opportunity, not necessarily in our schoolhouse, there is room and space for your time and your talent. Perhaps you can, as our superintendent shared during our earlier press conference, be on the street welcoming our students down the street as they're walking to school, being at the bus stops, helping to keep our students safe. Or perhaps, as you learn a little bit later today, you'll make the determination that I'd like to be a tutor, I'd like to be a mentor, I'd like to help our schools before, after school, and even possibly during lunchtime. So today, our agenda, we'll talk to you about the purpose of the Be Present campaign. We'll share with you our cultural tenets. We'll talk about the Be Present initiative a little more thoroughly, and we'll walk through the registration process. Of course, there will be opportunity for question and answer, and we thank you in advance for joining us tonight. Now, before I move any further, I want to take time to acknowledge our Chief of Schools, Ms. Pamela Davis, who is here in the audience with us tonight. Thank you. Your support means so much to me and to our team. And to Superintendent Wright, we appreciate your leadership, your guidance, and your vision around Be Present for one, but many other things as well. A few years ago, our Board of Education launched a strategic plan. And in that strategic plan, they determined that one most valuable piece to the excellence of Cincinnati Public Schools included community engagement and influence. So how can you activate your influence? Well, tonight, being here, listening to this broadcast is one example of that. You can activate your influence by opportunity to. And if you need to get more information on how to do that, we'll be sharing that with you tonight. We know that we are empowered by our communities. Our communities help us to provide unmatched potential and opportunities that are meaningful for all of our students. And then it impacts our family and our community at large. And we know that this type of empowerment will no doubt impact the student outcomes for our children, whether it has to do with their academics, their behavior, or the development of the culture of their schools. So some of our core tenets, what we're really all about and what we'd like to dig into. You see 4 pictures before you. The first is a picture of our superintendent, Superintendent Wright, embracing a young person on the first day of school. She cares, we care. The second is a picture of Cincinnati Bengals player, Drew Sample. He's collaborating with a group of students at Bond Hill Academy, working with young people, encouraging young people. Just his presence alone makes a difference. We collaborate. The third picture, you see 2 of our amazing principals, Dr. Carlos Blair and Nina Giannacchio, from Western Hills High School and from Spencer. We continuously improve. They come together, they share ideas, they share best practices, and then they go out and implement those pieces in their schools. And then the final picture tells the whole story. It's really all about our young people, all about our students. And this is a picture of the Aiken New Tech students and demonstrating all of our commitment to success. That's why we're here today. We want to be successful. We know we can be successful, and we will be successful. So next, how to be present, how to prepare to be amazed. Joining me today, we have Ms. Casey Fisher. She is our school community partnership manager. And we also have Ms. LaRonda Thomas. Ms. Thomas is our parent champion. And so next, I'm going to invite Ms. Casey Fisher up to talk to you about taking the Be Present pledge. Casey.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. As some of you all have heard and seen on our website, there's an opportunity for you to make that commitment, take the pledge, so that you can say, I've taken the pledge, I'm present. This lets us know that you are ready to have authentic engagement with our students to help them move towards their full potential so that they can be successful. There are opportunities for everyone, whether you're a student, parent, partner, or community member. You can take this pledge by using the QR codes provided or visiting our website and clicking on any of the Be Present tabs. As we discuss the registration process, we want to take a moment to pause to let you know about the different types of volunteers. We have our level 1 volunteer. The level 1 volunteer has more infrequent support to the school. You may be coming in as a speaker, chaperoning a field trip. So you will need your state ID or license, and you will simply sign in through our lobby guard. The lobby guard is the system that is in each school's main office, and there will be someone there to support you through those steps. You will scan your license, and it will let us get you signed in and registered for your commitment. We also have the level 2 volunteer. Our level 2 volunteers have a little bit more access in that they are doing duties such as tutoring supervised, mentoring as supervised, and also chaperoning on those field trips. The level 2 volunteer has a local background check, and again, is supervised by a CPS staff person. So with that level 2 local background check, you would still go into the school and sign in through the lobby guard, but when you receive your local background check, you will bring that and you will hear about some further steps with that local background check. Our level 3 volunteers will get the full FBI BCI background check. The duties that you may be assigned are overnight field trips or out-of-state field trips or international field trips, things that are more long-term, and you are able to operate outside of the CPS employee supervision. Now I'd like to show you through the website how you find the opportunity to volunteer. Once you visit our website, you will go to the Our Community tab. Once you hover over that tab, you will see a designation under engagement that says Volunteer Opportunities. Once you open up that tab, you will see the steps to become a volunteer. We invite you to be present during and after school. We invite you to be present as a tutor, and we invite you to be present as a mentor. That first step is to complete the volunteer registration process. Once you click that link, it will take you to a Google form, and in that Google form, you'll be using the email that you would like the CPS staff to contact you with. Once you have put in your email, you can click Next, and it will show you the option to see the form in English or in Spanish. If you are in need of another designated language, please use your browser extension to show the form in the language that you prefer. If you need further assistance, please contact us here at the board office at 363-0294. Some of the questions that you will see will ask you about that volunteer status. So you would designate whether you're a new volunteer in need of a background check or in a CPS badge, or if you're an existing volunteer with the background check already on file and in need of a badge. Whatever your designation is, please make sure you select it so that we know how to follow up with support. You will let us know what your availability is so that the school knows what type of opportunities to contact you with. You will also be able to tell us what areas you're interested in focusing your support. Below that, you will see a checklist where you can designate the schools that you may prefer to support. They may be in your community or a school that you already have a partnership with. Once you have completed this form, You will submit, and then someone will be in contact with you. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Miss LaRonda Thomas, our parent champion.
Thank you, Ms. Fisher. Good evening and welcome. I am so excited that you all are being present in the space, and I am going to take you from being present to I am present. So I am the parent champion here, and I am the voice that many of you have heard and will hear as I welcome you into the Be Present experience. Myself or a team member will confirm your registration and your information and provide clarity on your next steps. Now, if you have not received information within 7 days, please contact us by emailing our CLC info at cps-k12.org. Now, our next step, we're going to move in, and I'm going to transition you from, again, being present to I am present. So we're going to talk about our background checks. As Ms. Fisher stated, there are levels to this experience. So I'm going to focus on the level 2 and the level 3. So the level 2 is the background check opportunity that you will have when you are volunteering within CPS and you're in the presence of one of our CPS staff members. Now, level 3, a little bit more clarity, you're volunteering and you're unsupervised. Now, let me also make note, there is a cost for our background checks. So their background check is $5. Now, that is done down at Hamilton County, and it is 1000 Sycamore Street, 45202, room 100. There is also a number that you can contact, 513-946-6600, and the hours are listed Monday through Friday, 8 to 3 p.m. Now, the important information that you need to be aware of is you need to make sure you have your valid driver's license or state ID. Now, here is the thing that we're making sure that you're present. So our superintendent also wants to make sure that all of our Title I schools where our parents are engaged and involved, that there is no barrier. So we're going to all the schools, we're going to make sure there's no barrier. So we are going to waive the $5 fee. So when you go down to Hamilton County, you get your receipt and you bring that back up here to the Ed Center. Just call me if you have questions, 513-363-0294, and I will take you through that process. So now we're going to transition into the level 3. The level 3 is when you're working with our students and our staff and you're unsupervised. Now that is a critical part, and we want to ensure the safety of our students, our staff, our volunteers, and our community as a whole. So we want to make sure that all of our volunteers have a Hamilton County Mike DeWine FBI BCI background check. The reason why I'm clarifying that information, I know there are organizations and there's companies that you can go and you can do a background check. We want to make sure that we are making sure everyone is safe. So we're going to follow our rules and regulations in regards to that. Now, you can also get your background check done here at the Ed Center by making an appointment at 363-0100, and our hours are 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. More critical details. We want to make sure you have a valid driver's license, your state ID as well. There is a cost of $50 for that, but we're going to reimburse. So it's going to be $45. So again, our superintendent is really showing herself being present, but she wants to make sure everyone can be present in this initiative. And I speak as a parent, and I commend her and I support her in this initiative as well. Now, please also note that the background check can take up to 30 days. In regards to that, if you haven't received it, if you go over that time, again, please feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'll provide more support to you. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and transition into completing the badge authorization form. So what's going to happen, you've already done your background check, you have your BCI check. Now you're going to wait to be notified from the school volunteer coordinator staff for your next steps. So they're going to complete this form at the school level, and then they're going to send it over to our security department so that we can make sure that we provide clearance and know who's in our schools serving and supporting and being present. So our last step here we're going to talk about is making that CPS badge appointment. So there is a link that you can click on the CPS website, and it will take you to a calendar that has open badge appointments. You click on that appointment and you designate the time and date that you would like to be able to show up to get your badge. Now, I want to also make note that when you do your badge appointment there, you're taking a picture. And if you're working in our schools, what is going to happen, that badge will be sent to the designated school that you will be servicing. Also, you want to make sure when you come up for that badge appointment, you also have that current local and your federal background check with you, as well as your state ID and driver's license with you. And remember, smile, you're being present. All right, so here's the next step. So this is where I transition you from being present to I am present. You're going to receive a call from the school that says, hey, here are the opportunities we have here, and we are ready for you to jump in and serve. Now, the way that you're going to do that, you're going to participate, but we also want to make sure that if you are unable to fill an obligation, a commitment, your schedule changes, don't sweat that. That is okay, because you're still going to be present in the ways that matter and that count. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition this time over to Ms. Murphy, and she is going to go over some of our FAQs.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Deeply appreciate you. As we begin to pause and ask the audience if there are any questions, I do want to make sure we highlight that this initiative is for everyone. If you are a student in Cincinnati Public Schools, Be Present is for you. How can you be present? Be on time every single day. Come to school prepared, ready to learn every day. If you're a staff member, be prepared for your young people. Be prepared for our parents and our families. Be prepared to help young people be ready to learn. Families, do everything and anything you can at home to support young people. Read to your young person, review your young person's homework, ensure that your young person has completed their homework. And the community, be prepared in any way that you think you can deliver your time and your talents, whether it is in our schoolhouse or in our communities as our young people are on their way. So again, I'm going to pause and ask the audience if there are any questions today. I see a hand. Yes, ma'am. The question is, may I volunteer from home? Absolutely. So some examples of possibly volunteering from home. Maybe you can assist the school with making phone calls. Maybe you can assist the school with stuffing envelopes. Maybe you can assist your school, if you're a graphic designer, create their school newsletter. Absolutely. And if you'd like to talk through some possibilities, please feel free to reach out to us. Any other questions in our audience? And then I'm going to ask Rob if there are any questions from our Facebook friends. All right, there are no questions from our Facebook friends at this time, but again, we invite anyone who, after you have a chance to review this presentation, after you had a chance to step away and reflect on how you can be present, please reach out to us, go online, take the pledge, go online, fill out the registration form, be ready to complete your FBI, your BCI, your local background check as needed, depending on if you want to be a level 1, a level 2, or a level 3 volunteer. There is a question. I'll take your question. If you are volunteering in the school, but you don't have a badge, what I'd love to see you do is reach out to your school principal so that they can pull down the authorization form, complete that form, they will sign it, and then they will send it to our security office, who will then begin to prepare your badge. You can go online, select a time where you can come and pick up your badge from the Education Center in Cincinnati Public Schools. Oh, I see another hand. The question, yes. If you would like to volunteer for a field trip, do I have to pay for the field trip or is it covered for me? In some cases, the answer to that is yes and yes. Sometimes we do have field trips, for example, without naming some of those places where it is a complimentary field trip for our school, for our students. In that case, no, you wouldn't need to pay. In other cases, there may be some type of small fee, and from situation to situation, you may want to be prepared to be able to pay that fee. Thank you for those questions. Good questions. All right. So again, we deeply appreciate you, and on behalf of our superintendent, Ms. Ironetta Wright, and on behalf of our chief of schools, Ms. Pamela Davis, our chief of staff, Ms. Pamela Davis, Dr. Pamela Davis, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to talking to you more after you have taken the pledge to be present. Have a great evening.